Alright, the next story quest is called Kindled Spirit. Kind of like Kindred Spirit, but kindled. I'm assuming it means we're going to be warming someone up. Given to us by Alphinaud, level 90. We are at Camp Broken Glass in Garlemald, in Isolbard. Here we go. Why, thanks again for agreeing to help. The Isolbard the Isolbard contingent brings in shipments of food, medicine, and other necessities by airship. We have yet to deliver oh my god, I can't talk, hold on. We have yet to deliver a share of supplies to Tertium, and I would appreciate it if one of you could assist us with the task today. I'll do it, says Zero. Well, Mercy, it looks like you're with me then, says Alisaie. Voidsent sightings have been increasing by the day, which is why I had a mind to go out and patrol the Eblan Rime. Shall we? Eblin, maybe? E Bravo L-A Nancy. However you want to pronounce that. Eblin? Eblin? We're gonna take our Jazz Wolf random mount east with a little bit of north. Enough north you could probably call it east-northeast. But it's very low. It feels like 5 to 10 degrees max. Off of the east-west horizontal line that could be said to be created. We find Alisaie along the path. Again, snowy lands all around us. Big fluffy rams. I mean big as in like 2 stories. Yeah. Voidsent was spotted here not long ago. Considering the proximity to the Camp Broken Glass, everyone is understandably concerned. But hopefully not for much longer. You follow this road eastward, and I'll have a look to the north. If you should encounter any Voidsent, I won't begrudge you for dispatching them without me. Okay. I keep going. I go almost northeast. A little bit more east than north. To go up here. We have to go up on this kind of inclined higher elevation. No, I don't. Okay, I got it wrong. Wait, there's 2 destinations. Let's survey this one first because it doesn't have anything to kill. We'll also do our minion swap. You survey your surroundings, but do not spy any errant Voidsent. Alright, minion roulette. Ooh, wind up Mistel. It is Gratia. But okay, we'll go in a rectangular pattern. We'll get one here that we have to kill something. It's roiling with a dark purple energy, which means we gotta do some battle. We got one of those spider guys. Yeah. As red mages are wont to do. In Final Fantasy XI, so we did our 3rd survey, nothing to see. Final Fantasy XI, red mages were, in my opinion, one of the coolest classes. They could solo, usually with a ninja sub-job, they could solo the craziest things. You had to have you had to have the right gear, you had to know how to go about it. It was slow, but you could do it because you could put refresh on yourself. You could have shadows from the ninja sub job. You know, instead of you taking damage from a hit, the shadow takes the damage, and you don't take anything. Regen yourself, haste yourself, slow the enemy. Gravity them if you needed to make them slower walkers, so you could possibly get away and cast from afar. But aside from that, just being an enfeebler, you know, making things weaker, was super good. You could kind of set already slow the target. You could make them attack hard. Gravity also. I think gravity also has attack traction to it. we had 3 Voidsent gnats. We have 2 bigger gnats. Do some sort of a contra sixth as well. But yeah, it is. So not only can you, as a red mage, you are the master buffer and master debuffer. So you are slowing the enemy, making their attack speed much slower. You are doing damage over time to them via Dia, Dia or Bio. You gotta choose one. You could also poison. You can blind them if it works on that particular monster creature. You could, like I said, gravity to make them move slower, so you can get you and your party can get away. But not only that, you can refresh the magic, the MP of your party members and yourself. You usually had a rotation. You usually had a haste rotation on your party members and yourself. I think there's probably more that I'm forgetting right now, but red mages were just so interesting. And your duties in every party that you joined would be different every time, because different party compositions, different needs. Sometimes you might be the only person who's getting refresh. Makes that rotation easy. Alright, we'll speak to Alisaie to finish this quest. We have a cutscene. We'll see if she talks or I do. She just killed one of the spider ladies.
All finished, are we? Good.
Yeah, and I killed more than you did, but it's no problem. We have to talk about it. Where's Zero? Alisaie is kind of warming herself up.
The cold doesn't let up out here, does it?
That is how weather works. And cold climate.
They've the means to keep everyone warm at Camp Broken Glass and Tertium. But the measures are still only temporary.
Are you really... Wait, okay, never mind. Well, I mean, yeah, that's how it works in the world. What?
Subsisting on charity. Dreading the day the sympathy of others is exhausted. It's no way to live. They need lasting safety and security.
So you think they should be receiving more aid from the other 3 nations and or Ishgard and or others?
Though things will never be as they once were. If we can restore a modicum of normalcy to their lives, maybe that will be enough for them to move forward. If we're to achieve that, we have to work harder. I have to work harder.
My options are, you're doing your best, anyone can see that, or just try not to overdo it, eh? You're doing your best, anyone can see that.
Oh? Lest you misunderstand, I wasn't fishing for a compliment. As I said, I'm doing this because I want to.
I wasn't under the impression you were fishing for a compliment.
Still, I appreciate your support.
How would she have reacted if I chose the other?
Well, our work here is done. We should be heading back. I hope Alphinaud and Zero haven't gotten into any trouble.
Oh yeah, that's where Zero went. Sorry, I got distracted.
I cannot imagine how awful it must have been to serve as Xenos' avatar. To not only suffer him, but so much else.
I was watching welding videos and some League of Legends videos. These League of Legends videos make me think I want to play, but I also know that I don't necessarily want to be like, okay, I'm gonna sacrifice. I know that I'm gonna be playing this game without any bathroom breaks if I need them for 30 minutes at least. I'm like, I just can't. I can't do that, and I'm also not very good. So, but they make the champions look fun to play, but also these are guys or gals who've been playing for so long. So they're little micro things like moving this direction or like clicking here, clicking there. Those little micro things that they've learned over the years of playing every day are things I don't have. No matter how fun the champions look to play.
She's a fighter, all right. Like you and me.
I played during the time of Tank Echo, and that was probably one of my favorite champions to play and build. I'm watching a very, very, like, filmed yesterday, recorded yesterday, video of a tank Jace, which is apparently a new trend in upper tiers of play, and it looks fun. I just, I don't think I've played Jace more than once, and I've basically only ever played versus the computer. I don't. Meanwhile, at Tertium, I don't want to drag down my team against, like, when they're trying to rank up and actually build their reputation and skills. Alphinaud and Zero are handing out food.
Thank you, miss. Thank you.
That's a bit more echoey than it probably would be, but sure. It's a big station. Like, there will be echo, but not that much from...
This feels strangely familiar.
Looks like Alphinaud has fruits and cheese. Zero has
Excuse
bread.
me, Alphinaud. My wife, she's come down with a high fever. Do you think you could take a look at her?
Of course. Give me a moment. Zero, may I leave the rest here to you?
Fine by me.
Thank you again for your help.
Jullus is approaching Zero and having a conversation.
Zero, was it? I take it you're one of Alphinaud's comrades?
Comrade? We've entered into a cooperative pact, if that's what you mean.
Pact? No, nothing so formal. What I mean is, you must know each other well. Be on good terms, enjoy each other's company, that sort of thing.
Then no, he's not my comrade. I have none. Nor will I ever, I think.
Oh.
And he
Did
walks
I
away.
say something odd?
He starts to walk away. He walks away. No, he doesn't.
No, not at all. On the contrary, it makes sense. When Alphinaud and the contingent first arrived, we rejected them out of hand. Whatever they may have claimed, they were the enemy. Savages with their savage ways. To accept their help was to admit defeat. But no matter how poorly we treated them, they didn't turn their backs on us. They stayed and listened. That's just the kind of people they are. Makes sense they'd get along with someone like you who tries to push others away.
Yeah.
Get along. I'm upholding my part of the bargain. There's nothing more to it than that.
If you say so.
Yeah, she does have some tells that make it seem like she's getting more out of this than she's letting on. Enjoying it.
Ah, I'd nearly forgotten why I came. Are you hungry? We all get rations, and considering the work you're doing, you're as good as one of us.
He brought with him a paper bag that's like rolled up at the top, like a takeout order.
I am running low on ether. Very well.
He takes a bread roll out of the bag for her, hands it to her.
Azim step style dumplings.
Okay.
Buds, they call them.
Azim step style dumplings. Bus, that's Bravo UUZ. I had a feeling there was something in it. I just didn't want to make that claim before I knew. So it's a big, like a hand-sized or bigger than hand-sized dumpling.
Never had a dumpling. It's like a kind of bread stuffed with a filling. Meat or vegetables usually, that you bake or steam.
Like it almost reminds me more of a pasty, or I think they're called pasties, that I had when I was a kid. I didn't like them very much when I was a kid. I think I'd probably like them now, but especially with sauce.
We have our own recipes in Garlemald too. My mother liked to make them. My brother and sister always fought over the jam-filled ones. Just think of it as bread, all right?
He opens one up, splitting it in half, and you see meat steaming inside. She pulls hers apart in the middle as in a like manner, steam coming from it. Very, very good video work. Like,
I should warn you though, they're spicy. Helps them keep longer, I assume. Too much for the children to handle though.
wusses. He takes a bite of his, or half, you know. She does the same after sniffing it. There we go. She is taken aback.
Interesting.
Her facial expression still, there's nothing, but she, like, her neck, if you have your head, you know, a little bit surprised by something, like sometimes your head goes back a bit, that's what her body did. He's already halfway through half of his.
Interesting good, or interesting...
She takes another bite.
I don't know much about taste. Not anymore. But I do feel a sensation in my mouth.
Is that a bad thing?
Not necessarily.
Jeez.
That's enough for me. I've heard it said that spices are more akin to fire than flavors. Perhaps that makes them easier to understand.
Okay. I kind of get where they're going with writing her, like writing the words she says, the words she chooses to say. They made her into such an edgelord that, like, won't admit to anything being good. She's like, it's not necessarily bad. Like, screw off, man. Like, it's boring. Slow.
Oh, Jullus, getting acquainted with Zero, are we?
I suppose I am.
He's not as flustered as his stumbling
No harm in that. Acquaint away.
made it seem. Zero's still chewing her dumpling.
Ah, everyone is here. Excellent.
Still
Thank
taking
you all
bites.
for your hard work. I've just finished up myself. Shall we go and find Estinian?
Alphinaud! Alisaie!
First Legion soldier comes running up, gives a salute. The twins look to each other. We have the cutscene goes black. And that's it for Kindled Spirit. We get a choice of food, tenacity, determination, direct hit determination, piety determination, spell speed, direct hit rate, see if there's anything else. There's not. There's not. There's not. There's not. Okay. End of video. I'll see you next time.